Hello everybody, welcome to my channel.
Tom Jones, the voice that redefined modern pop and soul for more than 6 decades, Tom Jones has stood as one of the most distinctive and enduring voices in popular music. Known for his rich baritone, charismatic stage presence, and an unwavering ability to transcend genres, Jones evolved from a Welsh factory worker into a global musical icon. His story is one of resilience, reinvention, and unmatched vocal power. Early life in Wales. Born Thomas John Woodward on June 7, 1940, in Pontypridd, Wales, Jones grew up in a close-knit mining community. Music filled his childhood home, where he listened to early rock and roll, rhythm and blues, gospel, and traditional Welsh songs. After a bout with tuberculosis kept him bedridden as a young boy, he discovered singing as both comfort and passion, a formative moment that shaped his future. Rise to stardom. Jones' ascent began in the early 1960s when he performed in local clubs with his band, the Squires. His powerful voice soon attracted attention, and by 1965 he broke into the international scene with "It's Not Unusual." The song's explosive success propelled him to stardom almost overnight, showcasing his dynamic vocal range and modern sound. Hit after hit followed: "What's New Pussycat?", "Delilah", "Green Grass of Home", "I'll Never Fall in Love Again", and "She's a Lady". These songs cemented Jones as a leading figure in pop music and one of the most recognizable voices of his era. A master of reinvention. What sets Tom Jones apart from many of his contemporaries is his remarkable ability to evolve. Throughout the 1970s, he embraced television with "This Is Tom Jones", which expanded his fame in the United States. The 1980s brought challenges as musical tastes shifted, but Jones navigated the industry by experimenting with different sounds and collaborating with younger producers. A major comeback arrived in the 1990s with his hit cover of Prince's "Kiss", which introduced him to a new generation of listeners. Later albums saw him exploring gospel, blues, and Americana, proving that his artistry could thrive in any genre. Legacy and influence. Tom Jones remains one of the best-selling recording artists in history, with more than 100 million records sold worldwide. His awards include a Grammy for Best New Artist, Brit Awards for Outstanding Contribution to Music, and knighthood in 2006 for his services to music. His influence extends far beyond his own discography. Countless singers cite him as inspiration, from pop stars to soul vocalists and rock performers. Jones also found renewed visibility as a coach on The Voice UK, where his humor, warmth, and passion for music endeared him to viewers. A voice that endures today. Tom Jones continues to record and perform, defying age with the same thunderous voice that first captivated audiences in the 1960s. His career stands as a testament to authenticity and artistic courage, never afraid to take risks, yet always staying true to the music that shaped him. More than a pop legend, Tom Jones is a cultural force whose impact spans generations. His voice, unmistakable and timeless, remains one of the most powerful truths in modern music. Expanded profile of Tom Jones' personal life and early struggles before fame found him. Tom Jones lived an ordinary working-class life. At 16, he left school and took a series of manual jobs, laying bricks, working in factories, and loading trucks, while supporting his young family. He married Melinda Trenchard, his childhood sweetheart, in 1957, and they remained married until her passing in 2016. Their relationship, though often tested by Jones' life on the road and public image as a sex symbol, was a grounding force throughout his career. Growing up in post-war Wales, Jones developed a sense of grit and tenacity. These traits carried him through the difficulties of breaking into the music industry, sharpening his determination to succeed. The voice that shook the world. Tom Jones is often described as having one of the most powerful voices in modern music, a booming, soulful, emotionally charged tone that seems to pour effortlessly from deep within. His vocal style mixes elements of soul and R&B, inspired by Black American singers like Solomon Burke and Jackie Wilson. Rock and pop from early idols such as Elvis Presley. Traditional Welsh melodies. Known for their heartfelt intensity, this unique combination helped him stand out in the 1960s British music explosion. While many of his contemporaries leaned toward lighter pop or rock, Jones delivered full-bodied, gospel-rooted performances that felt theatrical and raw. Stage persona and cultural impact. By the late 1960s, Tom Jones had become a global sex symbol. His electrifying stage shows, fueled by energetic dancing, expressive delivery, and a magnetic presence, became iconic. Women famously threw undergarments on stage during his performances, a testament to his charisma and sensual style. But beyond the spectacle, Jones remained a serious vocalist. Artists, critics, and fans widely respect him not just for his showmanship but for his technical mastery and emotional range. His ability to make a song feel urgent and deeply felt contributed to his longevity. Hollywood, Las Vegas, and television fame. In addition to his musical accomplishments, Jones built a strong presence on television and in Las Vegas. His variety show, This Is Tom Jones, 1969 to 1971, became a cultural phenomenon, featuring duets with legends such as Stevie Wonder, Ella Fitzgerald, and Janis Joplin. Las Vegas residencies solidified his status as an entertainer who could captivate audiences night after night. During this time, he became one of the highest-paid performers in the world, leading an extravagant yet demanding lifestyle that kept him constantly in the public eye. Career renaissance in the 21st century. While many artists from the 1960s faded from the spotlight, Tom Jones reinvented himself repeatedly. Late 1990s, his cover of Kiss, with Art of Noise, became a worldwide hit, reintroducing him to younger audiences. 2000s to 2010s. Albums such as Praise and Blame, Spirit in the Room, and Long Lost Suitcase showcased a rootsy, introspective artistic direction. Critics praised these works as some of the most authentic and moving of his career. The Voice UK. Becoming a coach allowed him to share his wisdom with emerging talent while presenting a fresh, warm, and humorous persona. Even into his 80s, Jones continues to tour and record, delivering performances with astonishing energy and vocal strength. Artistic evolution and musical exploration. Tom Jones never boxed himself into a single genre. His discography spans pop, rock, soul, country, gospel, blues, Americana. This versatility not only kept his work fresh but also allowed him to collaborate with artists across generations: Robbie Williams, Wyclef Jean, Jack White, Jools Holland, and more. His voice adapted with age, shifting from youthful fire to a textured, resonant depth that critics often compare to a seasoned blues singer. Awards, honors, and lasting legacy. Tom Jones' achievements include a Grammy Award, 2 Brit Awards, a Golden Globe, multiple MTV Awards, a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, knighthood from Queen Elizabeth II. More importantly, his influence is felt everywhere, in the vocal styles of performers who admire his power, in the genre-crossing paths walked by modern artists, and in the enduring appeal of his biggest hits. Jones represents a rare combination of talent, artistry, and endurance. His career is a blueprint for longevity in a constantly changing industry. Further expansion on Tom Jones' life, music, and cultural significance. Musical style and vocal technique. Tom Jones' vocal ability has long been regarded as one of the finest in contemporary music. His technique blends power, control, and emotional expressiveness. Several aspects define his voice: volume and projection. Jones can fill a room without forcing, a quality that made him ideal for live performances and big band arrangements. Rich timbre. His voice possesses a warm, booming quality that adds intensity to both ballads and upbeat tracks. Versatility. Whether delivering delicate phrases or belting out climactic notes, he adapts smoothly to the needs of each song. Emotional clarity. Jones often describes himself as a storyteller, and his phrasing reflects this. Each lyric feels lived in and intentional. This combination of technical strength and emotional honesty made him a standout in an era filled with talented competitors. The global superstar era, 1960s to 1970s. After his rapid rise in 1965, Jones became a world touring sensation. He performed in major concert halls, TV shows, and festivals, building a global fanbase across Europe, the United States, Australia, and Asia. During this period, his clothes, tight trousers, flowing shirts, and gold jewelry became part of his identity, giving rise to his unforgettable stage image. His presence in Las Vegas transformed him into a regular headliner, and he was often associated with the glamorous, neon-soaked nightlife of the city. He built friendships with entertainment icons such as Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, and Dean Martin. The entertainment world embraced him as someone who could blend pop accessibility with old-school showmanship. Friendship with Elvis Presley. One of the most notable relationships in Jones' life was with Elvis Presley. The two singers admired each other's work, and their friendship created some legendary backstage stories. They first met in 1965 in Los Angeles, and Presley quickly became one of Jones' biggest supporters. Jones has often mentioned that Presley enjoyed watching him perform and felt inspired by his confidence and vocal force. Their bond was built on mutual respect, lifelong admiration, and shared experiences navigating sudden fame. Their connection also strengthened Jones' position in American pop culture, linking him with one of the greatest figures in musical history. 1980s challenges and professional reinvention. By the early 1980s, musical tastes had shifted toward new wave, synthpop, and modern rock genres. Established artists from the 1960s faced difficulty competing with younger acts dominating radio and MTV. For Jones, album sales declined. His style seemed less aligned with contemporary trends. Critics considered him part of a past era, but instead of fading away, Jones reimagined his career. He moved from Las Vegas residencies back to mainstream recording opportunities, working with younger producers and embracing experimental material. This willingness to evolve would become a trademark of his later career. The 1990s rebirth. Tom Jones' resurgence in the 1990s is considered one of the most impressive musical comebacks. He returned to the charts in remarkable fashion. His version of Kiss became a global hit, reintroducing him to pop culture audiences. Younger listeners discovered him through MTV and modern radio. Newly impressed by his boldness and charisma, his 1999 album, Reload, featured collaborations with contemporary artists, helping him connect across generations. This era proved that Jones was far more than a nostalgia act. He was adaptable, bold, and capable of thriving in a new cultural climate. Later career. Artistic maturity. In the 2000s and 2010s, Tom Jones embraced a more mature, roots-oriented musical direction. His albums from this period received some of the best critical acclaim of his entire career. Praise and Blame, 2010, explored gospel and spiritual traditions. Spirit in the Room, 2012, featured deeply emotional interpretations of classic songs. Long Lost Suitcase 2015 connected to his autobiography and portrayed a reflective, introspective artist. These works showed Tom Jones as a vocalist and interpreter of profound emotional depth. Very different from the fiery, flirtatious pop star of his youth. Autobiography and Personal Reflections. Jones published his autobiography, which offered insights into his early struggles in poverty, the dynamic but complicated relationship with his wife, Linda, balancing fame and family, his enduring love for performing, his sense of responsibility to stay grounded despite international stardom. Readers praised the book for its honesty and the humility with which Jones revisited both proud and painful memories. Humanitarian work and public image. Outside music, Tom Jones has been involved in charity concerts and fundraisers support for Welsh cultural heritage. Philanthropic contributions to medical causes, disaster relief, and children's organizations. Despite his larger-than-life stage persona, many who know him describe him as down-to-earth, humorous, and deeply loyal. A living legend, Tom Jones' career spans longer than most artists remain alive, let alone active. Even in his 80s, he continues to record new music, tour internationally, mentor artists, inspire performers across musical styles. His longevity is not an accident, it is the product of discipline, passion, reinvention, and a truly extraordinary voice. Additional expansion on Tom Jones' legacy, influence, and musical journey. Cultural resonance across generations. Few artists from the 1960s have remained as culturally relevant as Tom Jones. His appeal crosses generational boundaries for several reasons. Timeless vocal style. His voice has never been tied to a single trend. Whether singing rock, soul, country, or gospel, he adapts while retaining his distinctive tone. Bold reinvention. Every decade brought a new version of Tom Jones, showbiz icon in the 60s, Vegas star in the 70s, gritty vocalist in the 80s, comeback champion in the 90s, and respected elder statesman in the 2000s and beyond. Television longevity. His roles on The Voice UK introduced him to younger viewers who were seeing him not as a legend but as a kind, witty mentor. As a result, parents, grandparents, and young fans all share an appreciation for his artistry. Tom Jones and the American South influence. Though Welsh by birth, Jones has long expressed a deep fascination with American soul, blues, and gospel traditions, particularly those emerging from the American South. He grew up listening to Mahalia Jackson, Ray Charles, and Little Richard. The emotional expressiveness and raw storytelling of Southern music permeate his vocal delivery. His later albums, especially Praise and Blame and Long Lost Suitcase, feel heavily rooted in Americana, with stripped-back arrangements and soulful interpretation. This cross-cultural musical blend is one of the secrets behind his longevity. Iconic songs and what made them stand out. Tom Jones' discography includes songs that have become cultural landmarks. Here is a closer look at a few. Delilah, 1968, a dramatic narrative ballad about heartbreak and jealousy. Delilah showcases Jones' ability to bring theatrical intensity to pop storytelling. The song's cinematic arrangement and Jones' passionate performance made it unforgettable. It's Not Unusual, 1965, bright, upbeat, and rhythmically bold. This song exploded onto the international scene and made Jones an instant star. Its brass-driven arrangement paired perfectly with his dynamic voice. Green Grass of Home, 1966, this country-tinged ballad demonstrated Jones' versatility. Emotional, nostalgic, and haunting, it revealed a softer, more introspective side of his artistry. She's a Lady, 1971, bold, rhythmic, and swaggering. This song reinforced Jones' image as a sexy, confident performer and remains one of his signature hits. Each of these songs highlights a different facet of his musical personality. Image, fashion, and the Tom Jones persona. Tom Jones' image became a defining element of his success. Fashion, open shirts, flared trousers, thick gold chains, and chest hair became part of his brand, symbolizing confidence and sensuality. Movement, his energetic stage dancing distinguished him from static, microphone-bound performers. Masculinity, Jones represented a type of bold, charismatic masculinity that felt both modern and classic, powerful but approachable, passionate but not contrived. This image contributed significantly to his status as a global sex symbol. Relationships with other music legends. Tom Jones maintained significant relationships with some of the biggest names in entertainment. Elvis Presley. Their friendship was rooted in mutual respect and admiration. Frank Sinatra. Sinatra appreciated Jones' voice and showmanship, considering him a natural performer. Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder. Jones sang with many soul legends on his television show, earning their respect through his ability to match their intensity and emotion. Johnny Cash. Their shared interest in Americana and gospel music formed a bond that lasted beyond their TV appearances. These relationships speak to Jones' versatility and the universal respect he earned across musical genres. Exploration of acting and media work. Although primarily a singer, Tom Jones made occasional ventures into acting. Appeared in films such as Mars Attacks. Played himself in several TV shows and specials. Performed numerous comedic sketches on talk shows and variety programs. Delivered memorable cameo appearances that showcased his sense of humor and playful personality. His charm and quick wit made him a natural fit for both comedic and musical roles. The Voice UK era, The Mentor and Gentleman. Tom Jones' presence on The Voice UK introduced him to an entirely new audience. Known for his warmth and encouragement, gave thoughtful, heartfelt feedback to contestants, often broke into spontaneous singing to demonstrate vocal technique, shared anecdotes about performing with legends. Offering contestants rare insights, became one of the most beloved members of the coaching panel. Fans appreciated seeing a softer, more reflective side of the superstar. Personal loss, reflection, and emotional growth. The loss of his wife, Linda, in 2016 marked one of the most difficult periods of his life. Jones spoke openly about the grief he experienced, revealing a vulnerable, deeply human dimension beneath the showbiz persona. This period influenced his music. More emotionally introspective themes of memory, love, and regret became prominent. His performances deepened, carrying a sense of lived experience and reflection, a legacy without expiration date. Tom Jones is not simply a musician, he is an institution. His voice, his charisma, and his ability to adapt have made him a cultural touchstone whose relevance spans decades. He represents the power of reinvention, the importance of personal authenticity, the endurance of genuine musical talent, a bridge between old-school showmanship and contemporary artistry. Even now, his concerts sell out, his interviews go viral, and his recordings receive critical acclaim.
Bye bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.